Hey guys, Sean T. Phillips here, my brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Well, today I'm not going to be going out anywhere because right now, currently, when you're seeing this video, I'm in Los Angeles right now, directing the film Amityville Shark House, as I'm also starring in the film as well. So I was not able to go out and do any video or anything like that. So I'm going to do what I do when I'm not able to go out and go through, Blu-ray.com, the digital bits to check out the movies that are releasing today. Also, though, too, I'm going to have a whole bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews for some, some things I received to review and talk about for you guys. Some really, really cool stuff. So definitely stay tuned for those at the end of this video. And as always, too, let me know what you guys thought of the DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks that I reviewed. If you guys have seen them, what you guys thought of them, and also if you guys plan on picking any of them up. But let's go now check on the computer, and like I said, we'll go through, Blu-ray.com and the digital bits to check out the stuff that's releasing today. Okay, so now I'll take a look on Blu-ray.com, and that's one of the main sites that I always go on, Blu-ray.com and then the digital bits. Of course, Blu-ray.com only shows Blu-ray releases, and then digital bits is what I always go to for DVDs and that kind of stuff. And that was one of the first sites I ever went to for looking up, stuff about DVD releases and stuff like that. I always remember being in school, looking on that site, seeing things that were coming out and getting real excited, oh, that one's coming to DVD and stuff like that. But some of the ones that were coming out today was Dr. Strangelove on 4K. Also, Scott Pilgrim versus the World is releasing on 4K, which is so strange. This is one of those movies where I've had a copy of this movie for years, and I've never watched it. I don't know why. I need to finally watch this movie. I have no idea why I didn't. It was one of those movies, and because I like everybody in the movie, Aubrey Plaza's in the movie and everything, I don't know why I didn't watch this movie. I remember it came out right when I was moving, so I was I didn't see it then. I was moving, and I never ended up seeing it. It was one of those movies like that. It was very strange. I need to finally watch that movie. The other ones that were coming out today was 48 Hours and Another 48 Hours. They were from the Paramount Presents line. I'll have a review of those at the end. Space Jam was coming out to 4K today, and I don't believe there was any exclusives of that one. I'm not 100% sure, though, because there have been steelbooks in the past for Space Jam, but I don't think there's one for this one. And then Howard the Duck is coming out, and there is going to be a steelbook for that one, which I believe is a Best Buy. Was it a Best Buy exclusive one? Or it might not be exclusive to Best Buy. I'm not 100% sure if it is. Let's see, does it say on here? I think it is, but it's a pretty cool steelbook, and this is always a fun movie. I used to always love this movie as a kid. I watched this movie all the time. It's a very fun, really ridiculous movie that kind of has got this cult following as one of those so bad it's good kind of movies. And there's a Scott Pilgrim. Oh, so there is this is a steelbook for. So there is a Scott Pilgrim steelbook for that one. So this is Is this a Best Buy exclusive? So I don't know if they are, but that's a steelbook, a 4K steelbook for Scott Pilgrim. And there's a Space... Oh, so I answered my own question. There is a Space Jam steelbook. I just have to look down here. There is a Best Buy exclusive one. So this one for sure is exclusive. That's pretty cool with the court and everything like that for that one. Like I said, the Best Buy exclusive one. Other than that, though, House on Suvari Row. But that's one of these ones I don't think you'll see in stores. I think you'll see Scott Pilgrim probably in Best Buy. Both the 48-hour movies I feel like will be in stores for sure. Space Jam. Let's see other ones today. From Arrow Videos, as Threshold was releasing. This one here, Dark Spell. This is one from Shout Factory, Scream Factory line. I know that one comes out today. That one will probably be in Walmart and everything. Defending Jacob was another one today. Let's see anything else interesting that was coming out today. They re-released Curse of Chucky. But yeah, those seem to be the main ones. Let's look on the digital bits too and see what else is on there as well. Let's see the digital bits. Let's see. So this is definitely not on that date. We got to go to the main site, not this old from November. Let's see. Let's go to the main site here. Okay, so here's release dates and art is where I always go. Like I said, this is the one that one of the very first of these sites that I ever remember going on. So let's see if there's anything else different. Like I said, on here you can see the DVDs that you can't see on Blu-ray.com. But other than that, with Blu-ray wise, let's see. This is one of the other ones that would say that the Street Gang, How We Got to Sesame Street. Let's see if there's anything else here. This was really good. This one with Caroline Williams called 10 Minutes to Midnight. I would definitely recommend you guys check that one out. Really like that one a lot. Let's just see. I'm trying to make sure there's nothing else on here or anything like that. This is DVD wise. I'm not seeing too much else on here. The Defending Jacob, that one's on DVD as well. They're releasing some kind of Magic School Bus thing, Magic School Bus Rides Again. I think that was might be the new series of that one. And this is one of the ones that comes out. And it's a documentary that I helped put together, and I got a lot of the people together for it to get interviewed. I'm in this one as well. It's like a whole lot of different people, all about movie collecting, all about VHS collecting, DVD collecting, all that kind of stuff. And this one releases on here as well. So this one's only $11.99. Like I said, I helped put this together and got a lot of the people that were interviewed and all that kind of stuff on this. So you see a whole lot of familiar faces in this one. If you guys are, of course, if you're watching this video, you watch like DVD, Blu-ray collecting kind of videos. So you see a lot of people. One of the other ones that's on DVD only though was this one here called Locked In. I'm going to be talking about this at the end of this video. Also one called Claw was coming out today. So there's a lot of ones that are DVD only. This one's 13 Secrets. I don't know. This one, who puts this one out? This is from, I don't know, ITN. The third one's 13 Secrets. That's another one that was today. Like I said, this one, Claw, looked really interesting, like a dinosaur type movie. This one here was one of the other ones, and that one will probably be in Walmart. Sharks of the Corn, that comes out today, and this one is like like a Children of the Corn with sharks, which is one I definitely look forward to seeing. This one, Tim Ritter did this one. Other than that, though, I'm just making sure there's nothing else on here. There's one called Medusa. That one was today. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff today. A lot of these ones I think will be in Walmart. You guys can leave comments below and see if you saw these ones. Scarecrow County was another one. Let's see any other ones. But yeah, those seem to be all the main ones today. So anyway though, guys, that was all for my DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these shopping videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Also though, in the comments below though, let me know anything new that you guys picked up on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K today. Also, be sure to let me know as well anything new that you guys have watched on streaming, or any new movies that you guys seen in the theaters, or anything like that as well. But anyway though, guys, thanks again for watching and subscribing. Now stay tuned for the brand new reviews. And the first one I got here is from Paramount. It's a movie here which stars Mena Suvari, Jeff Fahey, also has Costas Mandylor, who's from the Saw films. It's a movie here called Locked In. This is one that I really liked a lot. This is basically, though, Mena Suvari's character, and she works at the storage center, and she's like one of the managers there, and she's like in charge of just making sure everybody pays the bills on the storage lockers, and like if they don't pay the bills, she says, like, puts the thing on the account and says the person's locker is going to be sold if they get a certain amount of notices and stuff like that. So she's in there at the very beginning of the movie, and you see Costas Mandylor's character who, he forgot to pay his storage locker, and they're putting the lock on it, so it's going to end up getting auctioned off, and he's all like, oh no, don't auction it off, I'm here, I'm sorry I'm late and everything. So it's a big thing and everything. And essentially though, what the movie's about though is Mena Suvari's character, the one night she ends up coming back to work late because she forgot to do something, just to check on something, so she's there with her daughter as well, and she says to the daughter, just wait here for a second, I gotta go inside and do something, I'll be right back. And of course she gets inside of there, and it turns out though Jeff Fahey's character as well, along with another guy, are in there trying to find something in a storage locker. There's a storage locker that they're trying to find something in. They basically have gone into the place, and of course though they end up getting, they're in there trying to steal this stuff. Mena Suvari finds herself trapped in there, and it becomes this whole big thing about what they're going to do and everything. But I really like this movie. I like movies set in like storage centers and stuff like that. There was one movie called The Hoarder, a Mishka Barton movie. There was in a storage center. I think there was one called like The Murder Game, or I think that's what it was called. It was all in a storage center. Storage 23 or something like that was another one. I don't know. I always like storage center, storage locker kind of location movies. Even the movie called The Dead Girl had a scene in the storage center kind of place. I don't know. I always like that as a setting. But I thought this was actually a pretty cool movie though. The next one here is from Paramount as well. This is a movie which stars Christopher Walken as well as Zach Braff and Christina Ricci. This is called Percy versus Goliath. And this one is basically though about Christopher Walken's character, who is this farmer. And he kind of is like, it's something to do with what he's doing with seeds. He like the seeds for growing the stuff that he grows and everything. And he's not doing it like, he's not buying the seeds the way he's supposed to. So he's kind of like keeping these seeds and reusing them and acquiring these in different kinds of ways. And it becomes a thing that the one seed that he grew, like had a patent on it, and he didn't have permission to be growing the seed. And it was like a whole thing. And then it was like the people that had the patent on the seed were coming after him. So it becomes this whole big court case thing. And it's like, with Zach Braff and Christina Ricci's character are both in charge of kind of trying to help him. And it's kind of like the whole legal battle and everything that he goes through and everything. But a really, really well done movie. Always a fan of Christina Ricci. I thought she did a great job in this movie. Like I said, this one here is called Percy versus Goliath. The other ones here are ones that I want to let you guys know are available, and these are both from the Paramount Presents line. And I really love this line that Paramount is doing. And then the side of them, too, all of them are numbered. So like on the side here, it says number 19, number 20. So, and then the newest ones here from the Paramount Presents line is 48 Hours and another 48 Hours. And these are the Eddie Murphy movies that I feel like you don't hear talked about as much when it comes to movies that are similar, like the Beverly Hills Cop films. Those are the ones you hear about way more. So I thought it was really cool these are available finally on Blu-ray. Because like I said, I don't believe they were ever released on Blu-ray before. As far as I know, at least in the US, I do not believe so. And the one thing that's cool about the Paramount Presents lines is they're all like dated as well. So like here in the front it says 1982, and then inside it opens up like this, and it has the original poster artwork for the movie in here. And then inside it has, it opens up, and it has, digital code for the film. Then it has like a quote. So like I wanted to, introduce the tension of racial attitudes and anxiety with the envelope of a genre of expectations from the director, Walter Hill. So it has like a quote from the director or a quote from the film and stuff like that. One of the actors in the film, stuff like that. And then also though, feature-wise though, this one has on here a brand new filmmaker focus. Director Walter Hill at 48 minutes. Director Walter Hill on 48 Hours. It also has the theatrical trailer, and as well as Space Kid, the 1966 animated short film as well. And then with the another 48 Hours, I'll show you guys though a look inside for this one. And this opens up, like I said, as well. It has the original poster artwork here as well. And then inside of here, it has the digital code. And then it has another quote in here from the director as well. So like I said, it's really cool that they include that in there like that. And then feature-wise on this one, this has on here, though, another filmmaker focus with Walter Hill talking about another 48 Hours, as well as it has the theatrical trailer on this one. And the next one here, this is from Paramount, and this is also from Comedy Central. This is Drunk History, the complete series here. This is the whole series of the show. And this show went for, how many seasons was it? Was it 6 seasons? Oh, yeah, well, yeah, for seasons, including seasons 5 and 6, was never released to DVD. Yeah, so seasons 5 and 6 had never been on DVD before. The one thing that's cool about this show is it's a 72 episodes are on here, 11 disc set. But it's basically, though, a kind of reenacting things from history, but like in this kind of weird, sort of drunk kind of way. And there's all kinds of like guest stars in every episode, like it has in here like Tiffany Haddish, Bill Hader, Bob Odenkirk. It was produced by Will Ferrell and Adam McKay, but it has like Aubrey Plaza. I know there's tons and tons of guest stars throughout this show, and it's a really, really fun series. I'll show you guys though a look inside of here as well. So here's a look though, season 1, and then season 2, season 3, season 4, and then it has season 5, as well as season 6 here as well. So like I said, the entire series of the show. But like I said, a really, really fun show. So cool that the entire series is together now in this set. And I always love, complete series sets and that kind of stuff. I love that kind of stuff. The next one here, this is from Paramount as well. And this is a show which was on, Apple. I think it was Apple Plus is where this was originally, you could originally watch this. And this is one here called Defending Jacob. And this is basically, though, about this kid who was getting, like, basically looked at as he was in charge, might have killed this kid. So it's basically, though, all about, his father, who was the district attorney. And it was the district attorney, I believe it was, district attorney played by Chris Evans. And he's basically, though, kind of in this situation where he, his son is being looked at as if he could be involved in this murder that had happened. But he's kind of like thinking, how could his son be looked at like this? But at the same time, though, his son has a certain way of acting that makes him kind of wonder if maybe he was involved in this, and maybe he did have something to do with this. So it kind of puts him into this kind of situation where he's not really sure what to do and everything. It's a really, really interesting movie. Really interesting series here, because it's a 6 hours and 30 minutes. So it's like a movie sort of series thing here. But it's a really, really cool, movie series here. But it has on here, though, feature-wise, a bunch of different featurettes. It also has deleted scenes on here. The next one here, this is from Warner Brothers. They sent out a free copy of this one. The guys on this one is available. This is one that's finally available on 4K. And this is a film that I always remember this really well, too, because when I think of DVDs, this is a film that I always think of first. Because when I remember before I bought a DVD player, it was like, this is like back in like 98 or 97, 98, I remember they would always demo this film to do demonstrations for, you know, what DVDs could do. And I remember they would show scenes of like the audience, and they go, look at how well you can see the people in the audience, the crowd and stuff like that, in the field, in the basketball court and all that kind of stuff. Look at how well you can see the people in the background with the details and stuff like that. So I always remember they would show this movie as an example. I remember in Cowdoor, the store is long gone, I always remember seeing this playing in there. So I don't know, it just always makes me remember to the very beginning of DVDs, this movie. And it's a movie here called, you know, this is Space Jam, available now for the very first time on 4K. So it's the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital copy. And this is also going to be, the new Space Jam film is going to be soon as well. I can't remember exactly when that's going to be, you know, in theaters and then on, you know, HBO Max. I don't know for sure exactly when, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it and everything. But if you guys don't know, it's basically, you know, the character, you know, Michael Jordan getting taken into the world of the Looney Tunes because he has to help them try and win this basketball game and stuff. It's a really, really fun movie. I've always loved this movie, and if you guys have never watched this one, definitely a must-watch. It looks great here on 4K. It has on here, though, feature-wise, it has a commentary track by Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, and the director. It has on here, on the Blu-ray, it has Jamming with Bugs Bunny and Michael Jordan. It has 2 music videos on this one, as well as a theatrical trailer. But like I said, 4K-wise, though, this one looks great here. Definitely worth, you know, the upgrade for 4K. And the next one I got here is from Blue Underground. This is also a 4K release here. This is a really, really cool, really creepy, super underrated movie. This is one of those movies that I feel like people, you just do not hear about this one too much at all. And it's a really, really cool movie. This is from Dan O'Bannon, you know, who was the, you know, he was the writer of this film, and he was also the creator of Alien. And like I said, this one here is called Dead and Buried, and this is, and has a really cool lenticular cover that kind of changes between like this like corpse kind of thing and like a screaming guy. It's very cool. It's hard, sort of hard to see it here. Let's see if I think you can kind of see it. You get it like this, you can kind of see it change. Yeah, I think you can kind of, yeah, now you can see it kind of changing over. But there's also, I think there's 2 other lenticular ones. There's one of like a needle and an eye. I think there's one of them that has like the cover, like the normal poster artwork as well, I believe, on it. So it's very cool. Like they did this as well for a handful of ones where they did alternate covers. They did it for Zombie, Lucio Fulci's Zombie. But if you guys have never seen this movie, it's basically about this small, weird kind of town. And it like starts off with people that come into the town getting killed off, and it's like there's some really weird stuff going on. This movie has a great cast too. The one, you know, who was from, you know, who plays Grandpa Joe in you know, Willy Wonka was in this movie, and that was one thing I always remembered too. But there's a great cast of in here, lots of different character actors. Robert Englund is in the movie, and it's a really cool movie just about this weird town, but then like things start to happen again. I don't want to ruin everything. It's one of these movies you really need to watch this movie to see how it plays out, because it's one of those kind of films that, like I said, I feel like you do not hear about this much, so people really aren't going to know too much going into this movie, but it's a really cool film. Transfer-wise, too, it looks great here on 4K. But it has on here, though, feature-wise, it has a commentary track on here with the director, has a commentary track on here with film historians, it has a new behind-the-scenes on here, it has Dead and Buried, the locations then and now. It has on here, though, Murder and Mystery and Music, interviews on here with the composer, has an interview on here with the novelization author, has Stan Winston's Dead and Buried EFX on here, Robert Englund, an early work of horror. It has on here, though, the Dead and Buried motion picture soundtrack in here. I'll show you guys, though, a look inside as well. Here's the original, like the poster artwork that I was mentioning. So I believe there's a lenticular cover that changes of this image, like I said, and then the eye with a needle, and then it's the one that I was showing you guys here. Those are the 3 main ones for that one. And also, too, here's a look, though, inside. And it has, like I said, the soundtrack, the Blu-ray, and then the 4K Ultra HD of the film here. Like I said, if you guys have never seen this movie, though, this is definitely a must-watch. The next one here, this is from Doppelganger Releasing. This is a double feature here. This is 2 different documentaries, and this is called the Monster Collection. And like I said, it has 2 different documentaries. The first one here is Bill Triplett, Mad Dreams and Monsters, which is a portrait of genius behind many of the most iconic movie creatures of the modern era. It also has the Frankenstein Complex, which is a delightful group profile of the special effects wizards who turn rubber, latex, and resin into cinema's most beloved creations, genre luminaries like Guillermo del Toro, Rick Baker, Paul Verhoeven, talking kind of all about it and about the effects and stuff like that. These are really great documentaries. If you guys are a fan of special effects and that kind of stuff and makeup and how it's all done and kind of talking to the special effects artist and all that type of stuff, this is a really, really well done documentary. It has some really great behind the scenes kind of stuff as well in here, and it has over, it's, you know, a 3-disc set and has over 12 hours of bonus material, so it has lots and lots of stuff in here, and the discs are in here like this, so the discs are kind of behind in here and they come out like this. So that's how the discs are in here for the set. The other one here is from Well-Go USA, and it's a movie here called Here Are the Young Men. This one has in here, you know, Anya Taylor-Joy. This is basically, though, about these guys that kind of just graduated from high school, and they ended up seeing this kind of, you know, basically they saw an accident that had happened. This person had died, and by this happening, it kind of like made them start to kind of question things. Well, it's one of those kind of things where once you see this kind of thing happen or you experience something like this, you sort of start to rethink things. And that was kind of like what happened to them. And it was kind of like when this happened, everything kind of started going into this kind of sort of like a downward spiral a little bit in their lives with what they're doing, and things were kind of getting worse and worse and worse. It's a really, really well done character piece, like coming of age, about, like I said, about people who just graduated and kind of like discovering things about themselves, and kind of like also, you know, sort of like things are really changing for what they had seen and everything. The next ones here, these ones are from Viavision, and these are Australian releases, and these ones are also both, you know, region free releases. The first one here was The Adventures of Merlin. So this one you guys can watch in any US DVD or Blu-ray player. This one here is The Adventures of Merlin, the complete collection here. This is one that I just want you guys know is available. But this is a really fun, you know, this is a BBC original series here. This ran from the year of 2008 to 2012. This ran for 5 different seasons. And I'll show you guys, though, a look inside at the discs. This is basically, though, the character of Merlin. And it's kind of just about, like, the adventures that he goes on with, like, you know, the creatures and all that kind of stuff. It's a really fun, you know, series, of course, dealing with dragons and that type of stuff. Here's, though, a look, though, inside here at the discs and everything. So the first one, this is disc that has seasons 1 and 2, and on the back it has the episode numbers and then the features. So it has a lot of different features on here. I'll go through some of the ones on here. Here's season 4 and 5. And on the back it has the features and the episode guide, and then season 3 and 4, and then season 5. Here, but on these ones, some of the features it has on here, it has Making of Merlin featurettes, cast and crew commentaries, behind the scenes, deleted scenes and outtakes, video diary, storyboards, photo gallery, so lots and lots of features on this one. The other one here that is from Viavision, this is a really cool set, and I'm really glad to have the whole series of these ones here now, but this is the complete series here. Is it the whole? I believe it's the whole. I don't know if it's the whole series or not. Maybe it's seasons 1 to 4. So I'm not sure. Maybe there were more seasons of this one, but at least it's seasons 1 through 4. So I'm not sure how many seasons the show went through, but it's seasons 1 through 4 of Alfred Hitchcock Presents. But this is a series which was an anthology series which Alfred Hitchcock was the host of, and it was all kind of stuff that was dealing with, you know, kind of like dark subject kind of matter, or, you know, criminals, or kind of horror kind of themes, or sort of creepy themes, you know, all that kind of stuff. And it was all hosted by Alfred Hitchcock. And I'll show you guys, though, a look inside here. But it has some features on here as well. This is the season 1, and that has on here featurette Alfred Hitchcock Presents a Look Back. And here's season 4 here. This has Fasten Your Seatbelt, The Thrilling Art of Alfred Hitchcock. Season 3 here, that is for season 3, and then season 2 here as well. But a really, really great anthology series. I feel like you do not hear about as much as some of the other ones, and if you guys have not seen this one, definitely worth checking out. Like I said, I don't know how many seasons that this went for, because like I said, it's seasons 1 through 4 on this one. The next ones here, these are all from the MVD, you know, from MVD, and these ones here are from the MVD Rewind collection. And this is a movie which I always remember this because I was from Maryland, and I would actually see this house a lot. I would drive by it because it was not that far from where I used to live. So I would see this house all the time when this movie was shot, and it was very creepy and had a seriously creepy look to it. But this is a movie here called The House on Sorority Row, and like I said, this is the MVD Rewind, so it's in the you know, the slipcover on it. The original first pressing of the Rewinds have like the slipcovers and stuff like that, and they're really cool how they're designed. It's like horror, please rewind the tape, warn this cassette will melt in in the sun, and it's all aged up and everything. But if you guys don't know this, it's basically, though, it's set in this sorority house, and it's essentially about like this prank where something had gone wrong, and it's kind of like a revenge and everything that's happening. These girls are getting killed off at the sorority house, but it is a great movie. I've always absolutely loved this movie. It has on here, though, a bunch of different featurettes. It has on here, though, it has stereo sound, an alternate version of the film with director-approved pre-credit sequence with mono audio. There's a commentary track on here with the director. It has on here, though, interviews on here with the cast and crew. Has an original pre-cut sequence on here, alternate ending storyboards, TV spots, theatrical trailer, reversible artwork on this one. This is the reversible artwork for the film. And it also has a collectible mini poster as well. So that's really cool that they're, Rewind includes them in with their releases for the, like I said, for the first pressings. And then the other one here is a documentary on Canon Films. This is the story of Canon Films. This one here is called the Go-Go Boys, the inside story of Canon Films. It's really interesting. If you guys don't know Canon Films, they produced all these, kind of micro-budget, smaller, crazy action films in the 80s. They were like Death Wish, and all these crazy, insane kind of movies. They were like just, they were shot really quick. They would shoot them back to back, so they would shoot one. Sometimes they were shooting like 2 or 3 at the same time in different areas, and then they would, like, once one was done, they would go right to another one, and it was like kind of like this machine factory of them making these movies. So this is kind of all about the company and everything and the guys behind it, but a really great documentary. This one has on here original theatrical trailer, and also has in here a original mini poster here, as well for the movie. Like I said, this is a really, really great documentary, all on Canon Films. So one I would definitely recommend you guys check this one out here. Like I said, this is from the MVD Rewind collection. And the next one I got here is from MVD as well, and this one here is from the MVD Marquee Collection. This is an action double feature here, which has 2 different films which star Scott Adkins. The first one is Close Range, and the other one here is Savage Dog. And on Close Range, that has the theatrical trailer, and then on Savage Dog, that has the art of making it, behind-the-scenes featurette, the fights, behind-the-scenes featurette, as well as a theatrical trailer on this one here. And the other one here from the MVD Marquee Collection is one here called Royal Deceit. This is one which stars Christian Bale, Gabrielle Bryan, Helen Mirren, and Kate Beckinsale. Like I said, it's called Royal Deceit. This one has, feature-wise, the theatrical trailer. And the other one here, this is from MVD, and this is one here called An American in Paris, the Musical here. Like I said, this is the one that I just want to let you guys know was available from MVD as well. The next ones here, these are both from Movie Zing, and I have a link below where you guys can order these ones for the best price. This is a really fun horror anthology, and I think it was like... I can't remember. I think it was like talking in this office about these different stories, but I think it was 3 different stories or 4 different stories. I cannot remember how many different ones were on here story-wise, but like I said, this is one here called Brimstone Incorporated, and it kind of like the basis is in this office building and stuff, telling these different stories and stuff like that. But there's a lot of really fun stories, and the thing with anthology stories is, sometimes there's like some of the stories are better than others. I felt like with this one, it was very consistent. I thought all the stories were really, really good, because you know how sometimes the first story in an anthology film is like the best, and then the other ones are kind of like not that great, or sometimes like some are really good and some are not. Like it's kind of like that. It's like a mixed bag sometimes with anthologies. I thought, like I said, this one all around was good. Feature-wise, this has a commentary track on here, deleted scenes, a music video on here, alternate audio mixes, as well as a trailer on this one. The other one here, this is from moviezing.com as well, and this is also from Frolic Pictures. This is a movie here called Quartzvine. I'm sorry for saying this totally wrong. It's like sort of, dyslexia is getting screwed up with the way this is written here. But this is basically, though, kind of like this... It's set in the year 2047. It's like a futuristic film about this guy who's going and like mining for stuff like that, and it's kind of dealing with like these bad kind of vampires in the future that are like injecting people with gold and doing these all kinds of like stuff like that, and the guy has to protect this woman and stuff like that. It's a crazy futuristic kind of like apocalyptic kind of movie here. The other ones here, these ones are all from Umbrella Entertainment, and some of these ones are Region B locked, so I'll let you guys know which ones are Region B locked, but there's some really cool ones here. And this is a movie that I remember my dad was always talking about this film. And I always remember hearing about this movie. I always remember seeing the cover. He had the poster for this movie up in the house. It had a really cool poster image. And this is a movie here called, this is from the, and this one is also region free. And this is from Umbrella Entertainment. So this one you guys can watch in any US Blu-ray player. You don't have to have any special player or anything for this one. But this is the cook, the thief, his wife, and his lover. And her, so it's the cook, the thief, his wife, and her lover. But it's a really interesting, out there kind of movie. It's very hard to explain, but it's about these people coming together for this like dinner party, and it's like shot really well, but there's all sorts of weird things going on at this party, and things just get consistently weirder and weirder as it goes along. Like I said, it's very hard to explain, but a really, really interesting movie. It has on here, though, feature-wise, Peter Granberry, a documentary on the director on here. But if you guys have never seen this movie, it's definitely one I would recommend you guys check out. But it's very out there, very weird, and extremely hard to explain. The other one here is the one you guys know is available, is a movie which stars Nicole Kidman, a very early Nicole Kidman film. This one is region free as well, and I think this was, I don't remember exactly what year this one was originally from, but I know this was one of her early films. But this is a movie here called Wind Rider here, and this is from the Ozploitation Classics line here. This one has on here, though, a brand new interview on here with the director as well as the writer, a commentary track in here with Vincent Morton, and it has a music video on here, extended uncut bedroom scene, windsurfing promo, still in promotional gallery, TV spot, theatrical trailer. Yeah, this movie deals with like windsurfing and stuff like that. Like every time I think of windsurfing, I think of that movie, The Last Shark, because the opening scene, there's someone windsurfing. There's a handful of other movies too that dealt with windsurfing. And then, like I said, this is region free. This is one of the other ones that was region free as well. To let you guys know was available, is from Umbrella Entertainment. This is one called Fire Down Below. Like I said, this is one here. It's a movie that stars Jack Lemmon, Rita Hayworth, and Robert Mitchum here. And this one, like I said, this is region free here as well. But now these other ones, though, these are all region B locked. So keep that in mind. These are all region B locked. And this is a double feature here from Umbrella Entertainment. This has The Giant Claw and The Werewolf. So two different ones on here. Fun movies. The Giant Claw was from 1967. Oh no, yeah, 1967, and then The Werewolf was from 1956. But like I said, just keep in mind this one is region B locked and everything with this one. The other one, this is region B locked as well, is one called Occupation Rainfall, Bringing the Rain. This one has a great cast in here. This has like Ken Jeong is in here. A lot of different cameos pop up in here. But this one here, like I said, is called Occupation Rainfall. This one has on here a commentary track with the cast and crew, behind the scenes featurette, The Invasion of Cindy featurette, deleted scenes with optional commentary track, red carpet premiere footage. And this one, I believe, was, did I say it was region locked? I believe this one was region free. This one was, yeah, region A, B, and C. This one was not locked, but the other ones that were locked was Slither. This was from the Beyond Genres line, but this one was region B locked. Yeah, so sorry, this one wasn't locked as well, but this one was for Slither. This is the movie directed by James Gunn. This is a great movie about these weird kind of slug kind of creatures that are taking over this town and kind of infecting people and making them kind of weird and crazy and changing them and stuff like that. It's a great, really great movie. And has on here, though, feature-wise, has a commentary track on here with James Gunn, the making of on here, some gore hounds, the blood of on here, the King of Lloyd Kaufman's video diary, deleted extended scenes, a gag reel on this one. The other one here, this one I don't believe has ever come out to Blu-ray in the U.S. either. But this one, though, keep in mind, though, this one is region B locked. But this is the sequel to this just recently released in the U.S. There's one here called Black Water, and this is kind of like a a Lake Placid kind of movie about people who are out there stuck on this swamp, and on this boat. They're basically on this boat in the swamp, and there's, of course, an alligator out there. It's basically them kind of trying to figure out what they're going to do. It's a really, really intense movie. But this has on here a commentary track on here. It also has deleted scenes, the making of Blackwater, as well as a theatrical trailer. And the next one here, this is from Indican Pictures, and this movie stars Brendan Sexton III, who was in tons of stuff. But I always think of him from Welcome to the Dollhouse, as well as this movie that I love called Hurricane Streets, which you don't hear about too much, but it was a really, really great movie. It was kind of made to be like a movie like the film Kids, but that was one of the ones I always think of him from as well. But this is a movie here called Faceless, and it's basically, though, Brendan Sexton III's character is like in the hospital getting this kind of surgery done. You see these like scars on his face, like he was having some kind of a face transplant, and you know, it's one of those movies, too, where you find out more about this as it goes along, but it leaves things very vague. The movie kind of has a feel a little bit to David Cronenberg's Rabid. It has that kind of feel, like, slightly, like that kind of clinically kind of feel to it to me. It had that sort of feel, like, vibe and everything. But essentially, though, there's just something really off. And he starts to kind of, like, weird sort of things are happening. He has like memory loss and he isn't really remembering things right, and just sort of weird sort of things that start to happen. And he starts to kind of freak out and stuff. It's a really interesting movie. It's hard to explain some what's going on, but it's a creepy, creepy movie on here. And Brendan Sexton III, though, did a great job as well. The last one here is one that I just want you guys to know was available, and this is from Altered Innocence. It's a movie here called So Long Billy here. Like I said, this is one that I just want you guys to know was available. And this one has on here, though, feature-wise, you know, the U.S. theatrical trailer as well as other trailers for other alternate, you know, Altered Innocence releases. Sorry. Anyway, though, guys, that was all for the review portion of this video. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these shopping videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.